Well, I mean, we'll be very kwaba. Emra Saben Media Sports Extra on YouTube. We are going to the camp of Accra Hustle Folk. And I know by now you are well aware that Hustle Folk, they've been asked to pay ex-technical director Renel Hiddink $150,000. Now, Hustle Folk in recent times, we are too common with Accra Hustle Folk. The number of times they've been reported to FIFA, the number of times they've been taken to CAS, is too much. And this clearly shows that the professionalism bit at Accra Hustle Folk is way too low. And they need to set up. Now, if you delve much deeper into the development between Renel Hiddink and Accra Hustle Folk, you'll be shocked and you will be surprised. Renel Hiddink joined Accra Hustle Folk as a technical director, but later on, he was instructed to work as a coach. He himself, technical director to me, operated as a coach, but on paper, his core mandate was to work as a technical director. Later on, he worked as a coach. Now, Hustle Folk as a club, Mumu decided to terminating the contract. And statement I'm out and say, mutual, meaning the two parties were there. There was agreement between the two parties before Mumu decided to terminate Renel Hiddink contract. But according to the lawyer of Renel Hiddink, Mr. David Awuni, and yes, Asemuno, and yes, and that Renel Hiddink and Kwankushia Accra Hustle Folk, one Gian Tumuda at no point in time, and a Hustle Folk or Mofreno say Omra so that they will have a discussion on the termination of his contract. They did not do that. They only sacked him, meaning one party was not even aware. One party was not consulted. You see, that issues way enema yemubi ohonoma ye kasa uti baby obekaso maybe I have something against Accra Hustle Folk. Maybe I have something against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But those two clubs, one amoye the pace setters, mo and amoye the top guns in Ghana football. Mo common man na Ghana football so economy. Adenti and a club of Accra Hustle Folk stature, magnitude. Now in recent times, about 4 major issues naba. I see Accra Hustle Folk komunku tiesika ever will be because of unlawful termination of contract, because of contractual disputes, because of disagreements. And you see some of these things, it shouldn't happen. If you are to act as a professional, Nyema will in see. Just recently, Francis Ajeti, FIFA, atwa mane Accra Hustle Folk. And meaning say has some could 100,000 Ghana cedis because the deadline given to Accra Hustle Folk July, by July 2025. Yes, and we are in July. And me sure some could 100,000 Ghana cedis. Salim Adams, $70,000. And a has I could try me to be as how much me a solve our problem. Yet to one of me and Kevin shame, now Renel Hiddink so the Abba. Hustle Folk, FIFA, they instruct you so muntia $150,000. And if you don't pay this money, Accra Hustle Folk, it is very likely they will be banned. Ude Yentie lawyer David Awuni, yes, the lawyer of Renel Hiddink, as to how unprofessional Hustle Folk and penny for a year. Even the man made a move. Senka issue with the two parties will meet and they'll solve this problem or issue amicably. But Hustle Folk, then Yemeka said, professionalism is a big problem at Accra Hustle Folk. They did not listen to him.
They told him that basically basically he's sacked. They give him no reason, whether he was doing well or not doing well, just that was the reason. But they asked him to make it so that the club wouldn't have to pay any money, that it was by mutual agreement. They wanted, I think, a written agreement that he was being sacked or he was losing his job, and both parties had agreed to it, which Rene was not going to agree to. So Rene just called the meeting to an end and said, no, this isn't going to happen. And Rene then contacted me, and that's where we're at now. So the club, to be honest, has been less than honest in all of this. Wow. They could have come to me. I sent email after email to Vincent and the chairman. Is it Togby? I sent emails to both of them saying, we need to sort this out. We need to come to an agreement. Firstly, is Rene actually been sacked? Because it was very vague in the way they'd gone about it. They just didn't respond to me. They just ignored me. So Rene was left with no other choice but to go to FIFA. He tried to contact the club and they just wouldn't respond. So it's, to be honest, it's the club's own fault.
So according to Mr. David Awuni, the lawyer for Renel Hiddink, the man was left with no choice than to go to FIFA, meaning say inka unya other options and kobe exploit it. Unya other options, and sa other options ebi ni say inka Accra House of Folk, yes, send you email, yes, send you messages, yeah, more phone calls, and come bedding on by answer. At least you should have responded to the emails or calls coming in from Mr. Renel Hiddink and the lawyer, Mr. David Awuni. You see, they were even charitable because knew the situation on the ground. They know the challenges are the clubs in facing. I'm sure that is why they wanted to choose that path. Sana enkonkoye ekakesie bi, sana enkoye bibia bruso sa. Inka yinshia backdoor nanka semono yemfa yi entu yi. But because of hack so full unprofessionalism at Ecosunti, they decided not to even read their messages, not to even respond to their emails, not to even respond to their calls. So the only option for Mr. David Awuni and is what they are saying about FIFA. And the same way you are saying FIFA after case, and FIFA everywhere has to focus for. Inti Emma has to focus on try some they call cast and now some they call FIFA bill. No. For FIFA to come out with a ruling, there's a due diligence. So they shouldn't even think of that. I think Mr. Togbe Afede, the king, and his entourage, the board of Accra House of Folk, they need to be up and doing. They need to be up and doing. Unless they want to tell some of us the amount of money they are paying, the disgrace, the embarrassment, our House of Folk, in recent times, Omono, they careless, Omono, they are not worried. If they are to say that, then some of us will keep quiet. But if they have this pain, or they share in the pain and the embarrassment House of Folk is going through, then seriously, they need to sit up and make sure the right thing is done. For how long? Ena Obidi has Folk FIFA. For how long? And Obidi has Folk cast. Some of these things shouldn't happen because House of Folk is a huge brand. And a club no, I say nipa 4, nipa 5 been a running club no. And I'm a House of Folk and you no banner ever for. Look at the era we are in now. Digital era, technological age. Ubi send you email. Say one word just say I've been born team now. Some of these things they do it to the local coaches. they do it to local personnel, sir, or moye juma. Emma Accra House of Folk, they attempt to contract. Yen fin, no more dear near days, and no more tree house. But Kwesi Bruni and Tremau, Kwesi Bruni will make sure that whatever he or she deserves will be near through honor. That is why House of Folk is now on the brink of being banned by FIFA. And as some American TNE, if they don't pay this money, they will be banned by FIFA. If they don't pay this money, they will be banned by FIFA. Baby omudi could be no, and yadi assembly omidi nkunimu. Say the earlier the better. For them is to pay the money, $150,000. They should pay this money to Mr. Renel Hiddink. And moving on, they should act professionally. How they go about with their work. The various board members, Mr. Vicente Odote Isua, Mr. Alhaji Akambi, Dr. Nyahu Tamakulu, and the majority shareholder of the club, the king, Tugbe Afede. They need to set up and they should act as professionals. Yen run football, sir. No, this thing should be a thing of the past. Amunya is the Biamama supporters. A man for Seromo. Mama supporters, and Munyam ne bana eba form. The Bia the Moko baby. The Bia Yadamuka. The Bia Yadamuka. Club Ben Munkuane Clubber, Muni professionals. Munkuane Clubber, the organogram. I the running club. Montiasi. No. And you can same way. Now has to folk fan will be do attempt. The one per club and ask them. Some of us, we always say truth to power. Yes, the one person will better. And only a catch. Do well to subscribe to this channel on YouTube for the best of sporting content. Have a wonderful day.